So, welcome to Dahi Raids. So, we had this comment from I Like Crayon, and they were asking, could we do the same team for Ice Golem, but sub in 2 Pain Keepers, as you can see there. The answer is no, you can't, or maybe, yeah, you could, but it just wouldn't be seamless, because Pain Keepers only reduce the turn by 1. So if we look at the team setup here, I spoiled my substitute composition a little bit, but if we look at the composition here, it's Seer and Lydia that are important, right? So Painkeeper reduces by 1. So on turn 1, Lydia puts out the decreased defense and weaken, and then has 3 turns to get back to it. Seer does the Karma Burn, and then has 4 turns to get back to it. So you see we're missing out on some reset there. So instead what you can do, which is actually just as cheap, is Renegade. So you don't need anybody else's stuff to be reset. You don't need Renegade to reset Renegade or anything like that. So Renegade has Sacrificial Ritual, which decreases the cooldown of all ally skills by 2 turns. You only need them for the reset on wave 2. So if you have 2 Renegades, you could probably make it work with a Renegade and a Painkeeper, a Renegade and an Emic, a Renegade and a Lix, Countess Lix. Actually, let's have a look. Let's filter this by other effects. And let's look at decreased skill cooldown. And these are all the champions I have. We'll also, yeah, I included that. So it'll give you anybody who decreases any skill in any way, shape, or form. So like Supreme Elhain, if she gets a kill with her A1, it reduces the cooldown of her A2 a little bit. So that's not relevant here. But the likes of Yumeko is a good shout. Ancora wouldn't be reliable. Emic could be reliable. Gregor, if you could sub in something else, he could actually be used, but you would need Gregor and another Barbarian somewhere along the way. So if you had a Barbarian HP burner or something, you could use him. Emic we said already. Countess Lix has a 1 turn reduction. Where is it? Is it her A3? Yeah, decreases the cooldown of all ally skills except this champion by 1. Doesn't need to be booked or anything like that, but would just get that out. And does she bring anything else for us? Maybe decreased speed on the boss or something like that. And then if you were manualing, obviously you could use Nia. And then we're into the likes of Renegade, Painkeeper. And that's pretty much it then. Obviously, Kaimar is going to be awesome. Crixia could be used. Anybody with an AoE decreased cooldown would work. But let's have a look at these budget. You can see they have blessings, but it's not important. They're only at 50. I have them built to the appropriate speeds. And that's it. You don't care about anything else. So let's have a look at this in action. And we'll see how it goes. So it'll open the same. They'll just do an A1 or A2. Lydia will get the debuffs and buffs out. Seer will nuke. We'll go again. Sacrificial Ritual twice. Boom. Debuffs and buffs. Nuke. And we're on to the boss. And actually, I Like Crayon. Thank you for this, because I suspect these are going to die quicker. Boom. So that's actually, this could be a good thing. So let's stick around and see if this actually makes my run faster. Because in certain runs with certain compositions, if you have a champion that's going to solo the boss, what you want is for the rest of the team to die. And it can sound counterintuitive, I know, but Dreng is going to solo the boss. Now, we failed to resist the decreased defense there, so this might be a failed run. We'll have to see if we can get the health back up. It's very tight. And that's why the resistance is important. But I think that was basically just a 3% that done that. And that can happen. This is, I'm white knuckling it here, guys. I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm actually nervous because I'm recording this live. You know I don't give you anything filtered. We have to have the unvarnished reality of these things, I feel, because sometimes we can get unrealistic expectations of what's going to happen. But he pulled through in the end. But yeah, look, 3% and stuff like that are a reality of the game. So even with resistance more than high enough, occasionally he'll get the decreased defense on. And if something else had happened, if it had happened twice in the one run, that the decreased defense was placed or the heal reduction was placed from the minions, you can fail a run. So no run is 100% unless you have something to stop the 3%. So that can happen from time to time. Over a long enough time period it will. So there we go, guys. That was a more budget way of doing Ice Golem 10 hard. That's my team. You can see the other video I completed with Yumeko. So like and subscribe. I like Crayon. Thanks very much for the shout out. And I hope you enjoyed the video. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye bye.